Welcome back, everybody. In today's video we will be talking about two French-made knives. These are from a brand called Opinel. I've watched some of the company's videos and the people that run the company pronounce it opinel. So we'll go with Opinel. You'll probably hear people call these opinels. And they're well known in the knife community for having this fun little barrel ring here that locks the blade out and can also lock the blade closed. Can't pull the blade out with that engaged. Now, if you go to their website looking for these particular knives, you may notice a few differences, and we'll get to those differences in a minute. But the most common knife that has been made since like the 1800s is the Model 8, number 8, Opinel number 8. You can kind of see that right there on the ring. This is a size that Joseph Opinel, here I go, I'm in this old habit, Joseph Opinel in Savoy, France, made this knife, and they've kept this same style till today, and it's still going on. They always sell out pretty quick of their knives, and they make them. But the factory is cool. If you go to their YouTube channel, watch some of their stuff, they've got some good videos going on. But they make these awesome little classic style folders. If you're the type of person who's a little scared of like the modern day, axis lock, flipper, fidgeter knife, and it's just a little terrifying for you, and you're just like, I don't want to hurt myself on that, I want something safer, go with these. These are about as safe as you can get. Like when that ring's shut, that thing is not coming open in your pocket. You can have a lanyard around your neck, that's not going anywhere. But these are awesome food prep knives. Next to no blade play. There's a little bit though due to the way it's built, but you're not going to beat this one all to heck doing heavy stuff. The blades are thin. The blade on the number 9 is a bit thicker than the blade on the number 8, but just a little bit. These are made from Sandvik steel, which is a Swedish bind steel, I think. But sorry about the glare, guys. But these are just awesome little EDC fixed plate or folders for everyday carry, and they could be closed one-handed. Once you get used to it, you can just disengage the ring, close it. You can kind of one-hand open if you get used to them, like that. Especially if you're going to be cutting something, you usually just like that, and you got it open anyway. But like I bought one of these. These are like 15. All these knives are pretty much under $20 when you buy them online. And I think for the price, these are freaking phenomenal. I like to have a lanyard hole option if I'm going camping or something, or I don't want to lose the knife. I like to have the ability to put a lanyard on. And so on both of these knives, I drilled holes into the wood. There's plenty of room on the wood to put a blade. Like the way the blade sits inside, going off the number 8 there, guesstimating a little bit, you've got room. You're not going to hit anything. And on the number 9, I did this little like wire stripper little notch here that I have used a lot. That's been very handy to have. All I did to make that was take a rat tail file. You could use a normal file. This is a diamond coated file. And just do that for a few minutes and you've got yourself a rat tail. Took a drill and a drill bit to make the lanyard holes. And with those two additions, I'm not going to do it on the number 8 because the blade's just that short. But with those two additions, I think I have made the perfect everyday carry knife for me. I think they've released a new model called the opinel, which is some extra piece of metal on the twist ring here that when it's closed, you'll have a pocket clip for tip down pocket carry. So that's pretty cool. But for old style, knives don't get hardly any more classic than this. Like you'll see nods to the blade shape in like a buck 110, or as in my new personal favorite, the Marbles 9-inch folder. You get the clip points there. Some of the models have a little bit more of a drop point, but most of them, you're going to get a clip point. And I think for sub $20, you've got yourself a beautiful classic knife. They come in different woods. You can get like olive wood, acacia wood. This is beech wood. Very nice. It's patinating well with the oils of my hand when I'm using it. And it's very thin, it's very slicey. These are great if you're doing a lot of like food prep around the house and you use your pocket knife for food prep. Get yourself an opinel. I have the inox versions. They come in carbon and inox. Inox is stainless. Carbon is carbon steel, which will rust over time, but not if you keep it oiled and give it some TLC. But these knives are just beautiful. The wood is beautiful. The craftsmanship is beautiful. It's simple. It's easy. Some knives do come sticky. You know, if you get a knife, it may come a little hard to open. But just, you know, keep fidgeting with it. It'll kind of loosen up, or maybe throw like a little oil down in there. You kind of see the shape. They've also released a new thing where you can put a spoon or a fork in there, and you've got a picnic knife. That's pretty cool. That's a new thing they just brought out recently. But yeah, I personally, with my big hands, I like the number 9. If you've got big hands and you want an opinel, I would suggest you go number 9s. Full 4-finger, 5-finger grip, big blade, a lot of stuff to work with there. The number 8 is good. That's a full 4-finger grip. You're not losing real estate there. It's a good knife, and it's a little less scary size-wise than, say, the number 9. The number 9 is just big enough. You flash that around. That could scare a little bit, but, you know, these are just good little knives. I can't really say too much about it. Like, it's just clean, simple, classic, elegant. You can't go wrong with 20 bucks. For 20 bucks, this is phenomenal. And as you can see, I have used the heck out of some of these knives. You can kind of see the scratches all along the blades there. It shows up better in some different light. But yeah, if you've been looking into an opinel, I highly recommend number 8 or number 9. If you've got large hands and you want that larger feeling in your hand, go number 9. If you've got smaller hands, or if you've got big hands and you want the feel of a small knife in your hands, it's not small, but it's smaller than the number 9, go with the number 8. They're awesome. They go down like, you know, number 1, number 2. They just keep getting smaller and smaller, and you get like the number 12, which is like a jumbo one. I see a lot of people get the number 10. The number 10 is a little bit bigger than the number 9. If you've got big hands, you want a big knife, go number 10. But if you want like a medium to large knife, the feel of the number 9 just feels good. Can't go wrong with the number 9. Excuse me. But if you like that little bit smaller, go number 8. That's absolutely acceptable. I've carried both and used both. The number 8 is absolutely serviceable. It functions. That's something else. These knives work. They function. Some knives you get and they just don't work. Some knives work. These work. And I use these for food prep a lot. They're thin, they're slicey, they glide right through everything. Barely need to touch them up. Just take like a ceramic rod every now and then and just, you know, 1 or 2 passes each side, and just keeps that edge sharp. And it's easy to sharpen if it goes absolutely dull. It's not a hard steel. It's not soft, but it's not the hardest of the steels for you steel nuts. It's not the hardest steel, but it's absolutely functional. This knife works. If you don't have an opinel, take this as a sign to get an opinel. Get any of the size ranges that you think you want. But out of the 2 that I have carried, I like the number 9. I've got big hands, long fingers, and that just is a good knife. It's big, It feels good, it works good, it's solid. And I'm ranting. Anyways, if you get the knife, it will not come with the notch. No notch. No lanyard hole. Just a plain knife. If you want to add a notch, it is very simple to. Just take a rat tail file, pick which area on the blade you want to add one, and just spend a few minutes just going back and forth, until you wear it down to what you like. You could put one on the back, but I advise against it because that sticks out enough. You could cut yourself. But yeah, I mean, these are fantastic, fantastic little knives. Get one if you haven't got one. If you have got one and if you're wondering if their memories are telling you the truth or if your memories are fibbing, they're telling you the truth. That's a good knife. Thank you for listening to me ramble. Hit the like and subscribe. And until next video, a farewell. Bye-bye.